Hello, my name is Leo and welcome to a new day of Vesper5. Let's jump in and make our move to the right yet again now. I thought what I'd do today, as we're drawing, well, as far as what I can tell, we're drawing ever closer to the end of the game. I thought we might take a couple of days to reminisce about A, what we've done in Vesper5, and B, what I did in real life, what I talked about during my Vesper5 videos. A little bit of reminiscing. So today, let's talk about what we did in Vesper5. Now we started off the far left of the screen. The very first thing I did was I went directly up to see what was at the top of the screen. I found out there was nothing. So I moved on. And then we saw our first artifact. 2 of 4 sets of plants. And then we touched the first plant and was like, ooh, there's a picture. That's really weird. Okay, well I'm gonna make my move to the right and then I'll continue on. Wait, it's blocked off. This really is the end. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. 3 more days. We touched that swirly red thing with a blue ceiling fan, and then that's it. Is it? Really? Or maybe it teleports me to a new area and I start all over again? I don't know. Anyway, so we finished touching the 4 plants. Then the 2 wide path narrowed into a single lane, and then it did the first of many splits. It broke into 2 separate paths. We took the upper path, which led, of course, to the well that had the cute little green lizard floating in the water. The split path then joined up again, and we touched the green weird thing that, looking through it, we could see a palish moon with a green mist. After that, the path split again into 2. We took the upper path this time, and we touched the crystal ball, which had this purpley blue swirly thing in it. And at the same time, we noticed the green arrow, which took us, I think, 15 days before we got up to it. Something like that. 15 to 20 days was a long time. Anyway, so we made our way trudgingly along until we touched the green arrow, which, as if I recall correctly, was a bit of a disappointment in what it actually was. I think it was the purple thing with the giant, like, single spoke sticking out of his head. I don't know, whatever. It was a weird thing. And then the path yet again split into the biggest split, I think, of the game. We went the bottom path that way, that time, and then it joined up again into a 2 wide corridor, similar to the 2 wide corridor at the beginning. This is the first time I hypothesized that this might be the end of the game. Because I think at that point we'd already reached 100 days. I didn't know that I'd wasted that many days previously. So I thought, well, maybe this is the end, because it's sort of going into a 2x2. I then hypothesized that we would see plants, which we did. A total of 2 plants. There are 2 plants, yeah. But then it narrowed into a 1 width corridor, and I was like, well, I don't know what the hell's going on. It opened up again, and then we touched the red thing on the ceiling, which was again a bit of a letdown and a disappointment. Then it split, but in a different sort of way. In other ways, it's always split into 2 separate 1 width column parts, but this time it split into 2 wide columns with a plant on the top and a plant down the bottom. Now, me being the OCD man that I was, I had to touch both plants, so we wasted about 10 days going all the way up, touching the top one, seeing that one, coming all the way down, touching the bottom one, looking at that one, and then moving on to the right. We then noticed that it didn't really join up, did it? No, it didn't actually join up, but there was another split, and we could have gone the top path or the bottom path. I chose the bottom path for whatever reason that was. Oh, that's right, because there was the flame. The flame was at the top. We could see that, the dancing shrimp. But for whatever reason, I decided to go the bottom route. It was because Braid Eye, another guy on YouTube who was also doing a Vesper5 video, decided to go up, so I thought I would go down instead, and we'll see what happens. It ended up being, as far as OCD Leo is concerned, the right choice, because there was an artifact down there and it was a dead end, and if I'd gone the top path like Braid Eye did, then I would have had to come all the way back down again to touch it. It was the green googly thing on the side. I touched it. It was a real big disappointment. Then we did something that we'd never done before. We walked a long way to the left. Not only did we run a long way to the left, we ran so far to the left that we were on the far left of the screen. Basically the only time we had been this far left on the screen since the beginning of the game. And I had an interesting question. What will happen if I try to go left? Will I actually be able to go left? Will the screen scroll with me? Or will I go left and the screen won't scroll? I'll just be invisible. I won't be able to see myself until I move right again the next day. The answer to that question was, of course, it would not let me turn left at all. Basically, once you've moved far enough to the right, you cannot go back. You must continue to go forward. So the placement of that bottom path was perfect, because if you had gone one step more, I wouldn't have been able to go back and I would have been stuck. So, good level design there by Michael Brough there. Anyway, after we did that, we went back up, followed the top path, touched the dancing shrimp, which wasn't a shrimp or a flame. Big disappointment, but whatever. Then there was the crystal on the ceiling. That was also a bit meh. And then we followed into the one width path that you see to the left of the screen now. And we went all the way right to where I am now. So this is obviously the final chamber of the game, as far as I can see. I mean, there's no... From what I can see, I mean, tomorrow we'll definitely know for certain, but I'm pretty sure I can't move right beyond, 4 days from now. 3 days from now. So we will see what that's all about. But tomorrow, I guess I'll have to actually look through all my 52 videos and see what I talked about, and we'll briefly go through what I discussed, what I talked about, what things happened in my life during the 150 odd days of Vesper5. And then we will be only 2 days away from what I can only see as being the end of the game. And then we'll finish the game, and then I won't know what the hell to do. You guys, if you know a game like this that I could use to do short 5 to 10 minute, like vlogs about my day, or rant about whatever I want to rant about. If you can find a game that's like this that I can use in that fashion, please leave a comment, because I will start that game because I need something to do this. This is a bit of, I don't know, therapy, whatever. Anyway, so I've talked, I don't know, this is quite possibly the longest Vesper5 video I've done. It might not be, but then again, the video tomorrow will probably end up being longer. But for now, in fact, what I might do is tomorrow I'll do the first 75 days, and the next day I'll do the last 75 days, and then we'll finish the game. So, for now, my name is Leo, and I will see you next time.